it will actually pull the water level up in that gauge glass and in the column next to it. Why are leaks not recommended or not allowed in gauge glass? Depending what you're reading, ASME Section 7 or different operating manuals will talk about how you should never allow leaks from your gauge glass. So really two reasons. So number one, our gauge glass is just, it's just the water level coming across. And so you think about each inch is like a 27th of a PSI, right? And so if I have a small leak on the top side of the gauge glass, it will actually pull the water level up in that gauge glass and in the column next to it. And if I have a small leak in the bottom of that gauge glass, it could pull the water level down in the gauge glass and the water column that it's connected to. And in some cases, that water column that the gauge glass is connected to is also what's controlling the feed water. So now I'm under or overfeeding a boiler, running the water level high or low because I allowed this leak to throw off my reading. Bigger the leak, the more it could throw it off. But also, it would throw it off a lot if, say, the water leg between the boiler and the water column, if that piece of pipe became plugged with sediment or sludge, right, that my chemistry is forming all the time because somebody maybe wasn't doing the appropriate number of water column blowdowns. Well, now that small leak can really cause major issues and wreak havoc on the boiler, causing it to actually run with a low water level. And so there are situations where the one water column has my low water cutoff and my feed water controller and my gauge glass all in the same device. So if that leak cheats up my water level and tells the feed water controller and the low water cutoff and the gauge glass that our water level's good, the only remaining safety I have is my auxiliary low water cutoff. So I'm relying completely on that thing now if I'm allowing a gauge glass leak. So that's kind of a scary thought that I'm defeating a bunch of layers of protection, the feed water controls and the low water cutoff. I'm defeating really 3 layers of protection with one leak. So kind of sketch. The other thing I would say is if you're following best practices and your gauge glass valves have those ball checks that when there's a major leak, it shuts the valve so it doesn't fill the boiler room with steam, you should have those. But if you have those, how do you know the difference between a small leak through the packing of a gauge glass or a gauge glass that's completely snapped right at the base and you can't see it? It's a small leak either way because the ball checks could be shut. Well, if those ball checks are closed, the gauge glass reading means nothing. It's completely arbitrary. We don't actually know what the water level is at all because those ball check valves are basically shut. But I have no way to know if it's a big leak with shut ball check valves or a small leak. And so because of that, and most people honestly don't know if they have those ball checks in their gauge glass valves. So because we don't necessarily know what's going on, then we need to make sure that we fix leaks right away when they're small. And what I like to ask people is, how hard is it to take your channel locks or your crescent wrench the day you fire that boiler up? If there's a small leak, just snug that packing up a little bit. If you're comfortable, if you're trained, snug that packing up or get somebody who is comfortable and trained to snug that packing up. Because if we eliminate that leak the first day, it's not likely to be an issue. If we let it leak for a week, we're going to have to shut that boiler down, swap that gauge glass and packing again. And so we made a problem where one really didn't exist. We could have just snugged it up and taken care of that maintenance issue. So yeah, all that to say, we need to eliminate those small leaks so that we know we're reading well. And if we have 0 leaks in the gauge glass and we blow down that water column, when we close that water column valve and that water level pops right back up, now we've verified that we have good clean connections between the gauge glass and the column and the boiler. So we can be really confident that that gauge is reading accurately for us and that the boiler's running at a safe water level.